All right, everybody. This is the Lava Juice back at you again after quite a while. We have an exhibition match here between Amne7ia and Louis. The unique thing for today, if you didn't catch it, is that we have randomized loadouts. So you're going to see some potentially rule-breaking classes here. If you didn't catch it, Amne7ia has Grenadier, Gunner, Scout, Grenadier, and Sapper. Very, very interesting setup here. Even with the rule change, I still think the two Grenadiers is going to pose quite a challenge. And Louis has a very interesting loadout going over here with 3 scouts at the end and 2 gunners at the beginning. Hopefully he's going to be able to take advantage of the air bursts in this match. I am very excited to see this match today. These two are the first match I ever commentated for, really, and I was solo on that one as well. So I'm really excited to see how these two play with the rule change. So when they're ready, I think they're gonna get on started. All random loadouts today are being done with a wheel spinner that I just found online. Hopefully we'll be able to catch some video of that later. I was having some issues of OBS starting up, but other than that, it's all luck and a little bit of skill. So we got Amne7ia going first here. And a little bit of slow emulation going on, it seems. I am currently spectating through Discord directly, so I'm hoping that's not causing any issues on my end. Go for a cluster grenade right off the bat. And we're going for one of the scouts with a body block on the gunner. Let's just hope that's not the first gunner of the list. Louis up next. Fortunately, the body block is not on the first gunner of Louis, so Amne7ia's still got a protected pig for the time being. Lining the mortar up just right. Hopefully you don't hit a blimp. And what a mortar. A solid 45. Are we going to get some extra damage in the trench? It doesn't look like it. Amne7ia up with their gunner. Now, one thing that I remember very vividly from the match that I hosted for them last time is that Amne7ia has a great sense of map knowledge, and Louis has a great technical ability with all of the pigs, and especially the scouts. Louis did an amazing job with his scout in the, I believe the second round of their tournament. He held out for quite a bit at the end, so I'm expecting some great scout plays from Louis in this one as well. That's looking like a devastating air burst too. Very well done. Getting down to the last second, changing up the strategy, going for the other Grenadier? Oh, still a full 40 on it. And we got some extra damage on the air burst, which is phenomenal. Looking like the gunner in the new update is going to be an absolutely devastating tool. I was also ecstatic for the first time to see that that the scout has hand grenades. I never thought I would have seen the day. But still, in spite of having the grenades, the gas grenade is still going to be one of the go-tos for the scout, which makes the most sense to me holistically when we're talking about going for turn skips and all that jazz. Ooh, perfectly curved right over the hill. Love to see it. An interesting look here. Louis got a lot of his pigs on this side of the map still. I wonder if he's going to keep them there throughout the entirety of the game, or if he's going to spread them out later. They're not clustered enough to be too much of a threat, and until now, he's getting them pretty close here. Oh, going for the round skip on the Grenadier. It's a good looking throw. That should play out nicely. I don't think there's anybody around. Oh, what a perfect skip. Beautifully done, Louis. Beautifully done. I can see why he went for the other Grenadier instead. Quite a lot of forethought he's got. No, changing up his ID on the big S? I don't even know if he can, I don't know if you can even out of bounds there. Oh, going for the big S on the other Grenadier. Interesting choice. Oh, wow. I'll have to ask him later, but I'm curious if he was trying to get them both sick. I don't know why he would, because he'd be risking a round skip, but I think it's pretty interesting that he tossed the gas grenade so close. I wonder if he was also trying to, at the same time, go for some sort of body block to keep that pig alive for one more turn. Oh, and here's where we're looking at the cluster is going to be a little bit of an issue for Louis. The question is, which pig is he going to directly target with this shrapnel grenade? Nope, changing it from the grenade to the mines. Looks like it's going to be a high damage turn for Amne7ia here. We'll see how much damage the gunner gets. With that high HP pool, I would have think you'd put the TNT directly on the gunner instead. Oh, don't quite get to see the damage numbers from this odd angle. All right, Louis with a little bit of an advantage. Now the scout's got the heavy machine gun in the toolkit. Don't quite know what the benefit of it would be at this time, but we're gonna go see what's in this box. And now that looks like it's gonna be an excellent tool in the kit for the scout. The question is, what target with what time? Uh-oh. Well, interesting to see. No more cluster grenades, going for the high explosive next, picking up the crate. What do we get? Bazooka. Trying to get rid of that scout, it looks like. Getting rid of high explosive grenades with other high explosive grenades. Full 60 on that one. That's going to put that pig very low and dangerously close to the other gunner. Bit of a high tension situation here. Looking to recoup some health. Only 20, but every little bit helps, I think. Little high, but can we recover with some extra grenades? Ooh, that's a solid one, it looks like. Get an extra, what was that, 55 out of the clusters? Now also, I wonder on top of this, I wonder how much my commentary is getting into the heads of our players today. Because unfortunately, due to Louis and I's connection, I couldn't directly join them through NetPlay as we would traditionally do. So I'm actually in the same chat as them as they share their screen with me. Interesting. A little short, but still deadly nonetheless. We got 32 and 37 on that one. And they're still extremely close together. It's looking tough. Lucas has a chance to get them away from each other. Alright. Looks like Louis is doing a great job of getting his little pig fully moved out of the way. Anticipating a quality mortar here. I'm thinking so. 32. Any extra love? Nope, just looks like 32. Very similar to Amnesia's mortar there. In terms of damage. I'm anticipating a lot of sneezing for the rest of the match as Louis goes through and uses all the remainder of his gas grenades. Having a quick look around. Looks like we have an issue with our buddy Herman over there. We're looking at a potential round skip unless Louis can find a way to get rid of him. And it looks like here, he might try to use the gas grenade to not only gas an enemy, but get rid of Herman in the process. Expertly done. So now we don't have our mine anymore. All we have is our TNTs and our shrapnel grenades. Interesting to see. Looks like we're not going for any kind of TNT. Going straight for the cluster grenade. Ooh, and that looked like we got a couple of the shrapnel rounds on that one too. And we got an out of bounds after that. Incredible. All right, and we're back. Here comes our next gas grenade. Oh, another pause. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're able to get the gas on that one with the geometry. Amnesia up next with her grenadier. Looking a little ill, but not out of the game. So we're looking like we're having 4 pigs on Amnesia and 3 pigs on Louis. Game's not over yet. But no movement from Amnesia at this time. Should be good to go whenever you two are. Alright. And here we are, back after some technical difficulty. Reloading an old save state here, it looks like. And it looks like we're using the same strats that we did back then as well. Nothing wrong with that. This was a great play from Louis. Let's see if he can pull it off 2 times in a row. Incredible. You think he does it in his sleep? How easy he made that look. Alright, now here's where it's going to get interesting. This was a huge play from Amnesia with the out of bounds kill. Changing up the strategy though. And interested as well, not trying to use the TNT to position the gunner out of bounds again. But another solid shrapnel grenade. Not as devastating as the first one, but still solid nonetheless. Louis lining up with another body block and poison. And now we're right back to where we were a little while ago. Put out the high explosive, and it looks like Amnesia's heading on the way for the health pack. Very profitable find. Not only getting the extra 20 health, but getting rid of the poison in the process. Full 60 on that one. And are we getting out of bounds? No. Nope. Got some pathing back to the mainland. And it looks like Louis going to have at least one more turn with that Grenadier, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have 22 HP left, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no! I'm not seeing any numbers. There we go. We're getting tight on time. Oh no! Great save, Louis. Now is he going to get any damage on himself too? Yeah, just a little bit. 26 and 36. Sapper's almost dead. Great target for a poison for sure. Amnesia's Gunner sitting at a very high health pool as well at this time. And there we go. Amnesia solves the extra turn problem. And now a skip turn. Amnesia looks like positioning to retaliate with some more poison in turn. This kind of lineup with all of these scouts makes the game rather difficult, especially after all the med boxes are used up and no medicine balls or medics on the teams. It's a slow decline in your overall health pool. Going for a big gas grenade throw. Come on. And a little bit of love from the geometry. And it looks like there's going to be a turn skip on the Sapper. What a throw by Louis. Now's where it's going to start to get interesting, in my opinion. Seems like the teams have evened themselves out. Louis has the advantage of having two scouts, which he can position and hide. And usually have to do a good job of remembering which scout has which HP and where without the use of the map. Louis moving for the crate, gas grenade in hand. 2 seconds. Great save from Louis. Just a little bit to the left. Looks like Amnesia is going to be ignoring the the low health scout and moving straight over to the other two pigs on this side of the map. Going for the sick one instead. Straight 40 with the roller. Looking long on that mortar. And no love from the cluster either. So Amne7ia very dedicated to getting this turn skip. Successfully gets it. And I think this probably about turns the tide for the match. Easy grenade. Carrying so many crates. Louis moving to pick up the crates. Choosing to go for the high explosive grenade and a body block. Bad geometry, no! That's just no fun. That's just no fun at all. I'm sure we've all been there. In our multiplayer matches or even in our campaign play. I once had a grenade just clip inside of something and then just shoot out in a random direction, completely surprising me. Angling off to the right to avoid some damage. Not enough to take out Louis' gunner. Let's see what Louis decides to do here. Louis is going to end this on his own terms, it seems. To the bitter end. And a little bit of fall damage to top it off. One last pig down. First round goes to Amne7ia. But it's not over yet. We still got 4 matches left to go and quite a few random pigs to assign. So we'll see you after this short break. All right, everybody. We're back with the second round. Crazy lineup we've got going on here for Amnesia. We've got Medic, Paratrooper, Scout, Grenadier, and Medic. You can't wait for you all to see Louis' lineup. He's got another interesting one, much like the first map. But he's going to be having Sapper, Scout, Sapper, Gunner, and then Medic. So very, very tough for Louis here, just because his Medic is just stuck in dead last, and Amnesia has the benefit of having his Medic at the start and the end. Fortunately for Louis in this case, I think, because of the changes to the Medic, I don't think this will be as big of a stomp as one would likely expect it to be with the old loadouts, yeah? So, very excited to see how Louis plays this. Again, Amnesia is a pretty good map knowledge from what I remember. Unfortunately, because of the map geometry last match, Louis didn't really get to show off his skills with the scout that I've seen him demonstrate before. But here we see Louis going straight for the pillbox, taking a solid 40 right out of the paratrooper. And it doesn't look like Amnesia's Medic is in a great spot. Has access to the pillbox. like the Medic needs more rifle bursts. Alright, let's see if we can we're gonna go for a Hail Mary, or we're just gonna hang out. Hail Mary? And it looks like we got a freeze. Net play synchronizing, everybody. Hold your horses. Looking good. Looking good for Louis. A nice commanding start. Hold up. Wait a minute. Alright, we're back. Ooh. Not looking good for Amnesia so far. If this is the case, it looks like Louis is going to take a commanding hold on 2 of the pillboxes. Oh, let's see it. What a shot. Here's where Amnesia gets a little bit of love now. He can finally start working on these 2. But it looks like, I'm guessing Amnesia is going to opt to use the jetpacks for damage instead of traversal. Probably thinking that this paratrooper will eventually be a goner and just do as much damage as quick as they can. Oh no! No! Oh! Geometry. I hate it. And I love it. You can do some fun stuff with it, or you can just get absolutely trolled, man. That is no fun. You know, your heart just sinks when that happens, right? You're like, it just drops. That's no fun at all. Ooh. Okay, I was gonna say we're gonna try to launch him into the water. Oh no, stuck on the dynamite. Double pillbox? No. Not close enough. Get the slide. Safety. Safety on the stairs. Yeah. I just gotta keep commenting on it. I feel like the positioning of Amnesia's pigs and the how do you say, the start, right? It really benefited Louis to start first in this match, but this Super TNT is going to be devastating, no? Yes, devastating. Never mind. Just goes to show more and more every day that Lava the Grunt really doesn't know much. I guess being stuck on the island with a Super TNT is pretty powerful, huh? And an F-ring airstrike, though. So I don't think Louis is hurting too hard after that. Time's ticking. Going for the pillbox. I'd wager this is the best bet instead of going for an exposed pig. Because I feel like it'd be a real pain to go after this pig if Louis were to lose any of his long range pigs. Because he does have the scout with the sniper rifle, but really the only other pig he has with long range is going to be that gunner, because he's stuck with the 2 sappers. Got a little love. Didn't get stuck in the water. This is looking to be the first tranquilizer of the match. With the advantage of using it on the other medic, the last medics. This is going to be a quick turn skip, quick turnaround on that one. Ooh. Interesting. Is he going to landmine and then shoot? Oh, yep, shoot him into the landmine. Clever strategy and great use of the time allotted. There we go. Yeah, that one just hurts. The bazooka to your own paratrooper. That's a tough one. I mean, the amount of times I've shot myself with my own mortar because I tilted up too high trying to just shoot over into the next trench. So many times. A solid grenade. Is he going to get? Yeah. Efficient use of the grenade launcher, everybody. That's what we love to see. Looks like Louis is gonna do some island hopping here. Great jump. No fear. Though positioned very precariously down by the water again. And 20, so full 60 on that. Oof. Still alive. Interesting. So what do you think? I think that personally, I think I would have gone for the grenade. I would really try to get the gunner in the water. That would be what I would try to do. I don't really know the benefit of using the gas grenade in this instance unless you are very confident that you can get the skip on it, and I'm having a hard time imagining. I think he's going to go in the water regardless. Oh, missed the jump on that one. Lost a bunch of water damage. Going for a jetpack. Interesting. Not enough? Wow. What a play. See that? Yeah, I'm curious because I feel like the grenade would have been great. I guess they do hang up in that bottom shelf. This high explosive grenade should get that that gunner down there though. Spot on. That's probably what Amnesia knew. Would you think that the regular grenade, couldn't get them down there? An interesting time here. So no longer any use of the sapper over there unless you're just gonna keep whittling. Oh no! Oh no! Good use of trying to keep him out of the water as much as possible so you don't get the fast health drain. Spider pig, spider pig. Incredible. All right, it's time to get serious. Interesting. So, once again, so we're going for a body block there, right? But wouldn't you want to keep some distance between you and your medic so that you can knock him into the water? I'm very water obsessed, if you can't tell. It's really my go-to strategy in any map to do big damage because I'm still not super proficient with my tools. That looks like a nasty cluster. Did all three of them get bunched up there? That's quite the body block, if that's the case. Another grenade launcher here. There we go. That'll settle it. No, quick talk about what happened to Louis there. That didn't seem fair. That was quite along the lines of accidentally shooting yourself with the bazooka. You got that geometry skip. I love geometry if you can't tell. Big S. And he's still alive. Louis. Uh-oh. Nope. No, he's not. What a play from Amnesia there. Wow. Alright, let's see what Louis can do. He does have the jetpacks. I'm surprised that he didn't use the jetpack on the orderly. Instead, he's looking to get himself out of there. But yeah, the moving from the bridge to the ground, I'd say we've all seen it quite a few times. Your pig will just randomly hop over something that doesn't really look hoppable. But not a bad play from Louis here. It's still got a lot of HP there, and I think the rifle burst is going to be the medic's best bet. He wants to be out of sight, so no. Get the extra 5 damage from the only 28. Playing the long game. You know, it'd be quite interesting to see if all 3 of them just started healing themselves to full rate here. Two can play at that game, Amne7ia says. Cattle prod time. One second left. Oh, jeez. I did not know they were that low on health. Or is there some magic I don't know? This is looking deadly, though. Not too deadly as to throw the match. Oh, he's going in. He has had enough. Oh, is he going for the minefield? It's got to be minefield time. No? Rocket time. No, an unfortunate bounce. I think this about settles it. It has to. That was too unfortunate. The mines hit Amne7ia back in. If the mines didn't hit Amne7ia back in, Amne7ia would be down in the water, and this would be Louis' win. A high risk move from Louis, but a great one. It just unfortunate luck, truly. This was a fun one to watch. I really enjoyed this one. There were a lot of really good plays. Super TNT was a great turnaround for Amne7ia at the beginning. The unfortunate dip in the water for Louis, I think, is what fully sealed his fate in the end. Louis had a really strong lead until that loss of that pig. At the end of the day, it really doesn't seem fair, does it? All right, we're going to take it to a short break. We're going to get our next randomized loadouts, and then we'll be back to you for round 3. All right, everybody. Here we are. We're back with round 3. Right now, we're sitting at 2 wins for Amne7ia and 0 for Louis. Now, they are doing a best 3 out of 5. We are playing all 5 today, but we're doing a best 3 out of 5. So Louis isn't out yet. He could still win this exhibition match. Now, he's got something interesting going on here. If you didn't catch it, we got Grenadier, Sapper, Gunner, Sapper for Amne7ia. And now you have Gunner, Para, Medic, Gunner, Para for Louis. So for Louis, his loadout is a lot more balanced in my opinion than the last 2, and I base that on the fact that he has mobility, he has range, and he does at least have a medic. Quick talking with Louis beforehand while we were doing the when we were setting up everything, Louis is confident that that medic is going to take a cluster grenade straight to the face as soon as Amnesia gets into the round, since Amnesia's got that grenadier up front. But we'll see. I've talked with people about it before, and positioning is really important. If the medic's in a bad spot, Grenadier may actually waste time trying to go for him. Don't you just enjoy the snow effects in this game? You know, I always think back to how great this game is, and in more ways than one. And one of them is just how great it looks for how old it is. They made the art style was just phenomenal. And Louis' prediction was wrong. A body block on the medic? A great cluster grenade on the para. I think that'll end up working out for Amnesia in their favor. Simply because of the fact that the medic is so late in the game, where normally the medic would be at the front of most people's loadouts, if I'm not mistaken. Louis making an interesting play to go get the health. Sadly misses the box. Is he going to get it in time? Ooh. Nope, couldn't find a pig to shoot. We'll see how this plays out. Changing our mind? Going for the shrapnel. Only 30. Didn't get any shrapnel on that one. But here we go. We got some jetpacks. Now the question is, are we gonna go for the health inside? Oh. I don't think Louis even likes his own medic. No, I was curious if they were gonna go for the health inside the box. If I'm not mistaken, it's a large amount of health, isn't it? Full 40. Full 40 on that one. I'd say a good play. Curious that he was bold enough to go and take some damage off of his medic, but I think he just wanted a little bit of revenge on that grenadier sooner than later. Now, this is the one thing that I had lamented previously about, was I was so used to the single player sapper having a mine. I really love having a mine with the sapper. I think, for me, in the way I currently like to play, I feel like I want to have a sapper in every match. It's just a great way to reposition other pigs and get a little damage on them without wasting a full turn trying to do it like you would with the TNT, right? Especially if you know you're going to get a water kill. You don't need the full 50 damage. Now here's likely where Louis is going to be able to benefit more than Amnesia's in this game. Amnesia ended up being very lucky with all of those sappers on this map, since it seems to be relatively easy to traverse within the 30-second time limit. But we still have the advantage of the heals. So that mine did hardly anything there with the healing hands. So I would be bold enough to go straight for the medic. In this case, I want the medic gone, personally. Interesting. I wonder if that's Amnesia's version of a trick shot, doing a little bit of parkour, then dropping down for a rocket. A little curious here, little nervous. Louis putting a lot of his pigs really close together. I'd be concerned about that. He is getting the gunner out of the way though. I like this. Wow. That's looking really good. Not fair. I call it now, not fair. If I was a referee, I'd throw the not fair flag down on the field. Not even one damage? I guess the wall helped them quite a bit, unfortunately. Yeah, mines. They're just brutal. Oof. Got 13 on himself. Got an extra 9 off the cluster. Not bad air bursts by Louis here. Taking full advantage of the trank dart. Interesting. I'm surprised. I figured Amne7ia was gonna go for broke and just dump both those pigs with that. Cheeky 1 damage. A little head jump. Louis working on getting his pigs spread out as much as possible. Is he gonna make it? 1 second to go. And we got 15. Can't shake a stick at damage, I say. We can always wish for that nice full 40, but sometimes it's just good to get what you can. So again, interesting to see, Louis does still have a jetpack. I wonder if he will decide to at some point go and pick up a health pack and hide himself inside. Full 30, no shrapnel on that one. Orderly is still sitting at a decent health pool, I think. I'm thinking we're looking at least another round or two of this medic being alive.
Oh. Oh.
Oh!
Oh. Oh.
There we go.
Oh. 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 Oh.
All healed up. I thought he was gonna hit the blip for a moment. Now you have to correct me on the rulings. I have not I have not educated myself in a while, but it was interesting to see the full heals like that in this exhibition match. I was under the impression that excuse me, that you could only heal once per turn. So perhaps there's something that I don't know. Take all of the health away. Take it back. Ooh. Clustered together. That's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. If I was Louis, I'd be a bit anxious right now with those two so close together, especially when Amnesia's got 3 sappers on the team. It's gonna make things interesting. Full 40. And done. Finally got rid of that gunner. That's still got a landmine in the field, huh? Yep. And this is where the TNT goes. Right between the happy couple. No? Not between the happy couple? Nah, I'm guessing it's going to be a shrapnel. Wow! Down to the last millisecond. That was very tight. Impressive. Impressive indeed. That was a lot for one turn, I think. That's a lot for one full 30-second turn. Here we go. First mortar of the match. I mean, if you got the air burst, you can do a lot of damage with that. So why not go for it? Now the question is, are those two close enough to get hit by the mortar? Nah, he's probably got to pick one. Going for the low HP one first, it looks like. I think it's looking good. A little bit long, 35. It's over half. Over half of what you can get. Okay. We've seen some homing missiles floating around the last couple matches. So it's good to see our first one here. Now I'm interested to see that he's going for the medic instead of wiping out the other pig. Granted, I did say earlier that I'd want to get rid of the medic as soon as possible. But that's a good play, using the explosive container to get that final little bit of damage needed. And here we go. It was close. It was real close to that wall. Now, this is a big health pack, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is one of them real big ones. No, just a 50. Ah, here we go. I was gonna say the use of the spec ops. I really want to see how it's used. I haven't watched any of the current premieres, but I'm excited to see how it's used competitively. And I think that would have been a perfect instance of it because he no longer has any jetpacks. Yeah. Interesting. I don't think Amne7ia got the geometry they wanted on that. But let's see how it plays out. Oh, a little bit of self-damage. Interesting. Now, do you go through for a flamethrower there? You can get the both of them, and you can kind of cluster them together, I'm thinking. Would that be the play? Last second mortar, come on. No. No. Interesting. Amnesia's really been pushing it down to the last second every single turn. Yep, there we go. Great use of the, let's call it the overtime clock there. Nice and easy. Why make it complicated when you could just make it easy? And body block next. Yep. Though I'm wagering with the amount of pigs that Amnesia has, I'm wagering that that gunner is still gonna get TNT'd. That's my estimate, especially with how much health the other sappers still have, and how bold Amnesia has been in the past about doing some self damage to their other pigs, especially. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wow. That's unfortunate. It's That's what keeps it interesting, right? That's really what keeps it interesting at the end of the day. You don't really know how it's going to go. I think that just gave Louis a lot of breathing room. I mean, just look at the bar. Even. Dead even. I'm just in awe at the occurrences these last couple matches. It seems like every unique thing that can happen has been happening, I say. Solid 30. Solid 30. You know, one of the things I didn't comment on that I thought was rather neat was I didn't know you could hop out of those boxes. Like that's some excellent map knowledge. Like I'm thoroughly impressed with that map knowledge, because I never would have thought. I would have stayed in there the entire match myself, not knowing I could get out. Unfortunately, they did not get the barrel. Launched a little bit too far. So not a lot of boxes being picked up this match. I really don't think Amnesia needs to pick up boxes. It doesn't seem like there's anything in those boxes that isn't already in the Sapper's arsenal. We had mines, we had TNT. Well, that's definitely not in there. Oh, are they gonna get? Oh no! Did not get the full fan. That would have been really deadly there if you got both of them in one go. But yeah, no, there's still a lot of boxes up there. I wager getting the boxes is a costly maneuver, especially if you slip down the slope. Dropped them. All right, here we are. Really pushing it down to the line. We got 2 pigs versus 3. This sapper looks like it's still really close to full health, though. Only 24 this time. No slide down. The bazooka. That's a rocket. Nice shot. Now those things are rather tedious, I've found. I feel like you can miss them by a hair. You need to watch them fly right by their head, and that's never fun. It is a pretty solid shot in my opinion. I always have a hard time lining the rocket up. Hey, what do you think? I swear the sniper rifle is easier to line up than the rocket. Ah, dedicated to the fan, and it looks like they're gonna get it. There we go. Nice kill. Way to wrap it up in a nice little bow. Now we're down to 2 pigs versus 2 pigs. Alright, let's see it. Come on, full 50. 47? Not bad. Not bad. Interesting. Oh, a cheeky little 1 damage from the bounce, huh? And I see now what Amnesia is going for. A double body block, and it was very well positioned. And I guess the purpose of the double body block is so that the para had to move. And there you go. I guess that's what we were talking about a little bit earlier, is that maybe the reason why you don't pick up the boxes so much is just the, hey, that's still good. On short notice, I still think that's pretty good damage. You got something. It's not a wasted turn unless you don't get nothing, I say. Yeah, tricky. Kind of backfired a little bit on him there if you wanted to get rid of that that gunner. Alright, let's see it. 29. Wolfie's still alive. He's still in it. Very interesting to see how this ends. Down to the wire again with these two. I think the biggest trouble for Louis is he needs 2 bazooka shots to wrap this up. And I don't believe he's gonna have the time to do it. Oh no! There we go. There's the chance. If Louis can get a head jump in 2 full 40s, he can do it. He has 2 turns. This is, once again, just like the last end of the match, it's tight. Unless he's going to find himself something a little bit more profitable. It's a chance, but I think the bazookas are the way to go, no? Oh. I would have, you know what? Always got to be careful of the I would have, I think, you know. But what would you do? I would wager. What happens if you no? I don't think he could have shot him into a mine, could he? Quick pulled out the rifle and shot him into the mine. Guess the mine would have been behind him. So I guess that was the play, was to try to get out of the way. All right, what's next, Louis? What do you got in your bag? I think the slide down the hill really got him. I think at the end of the day, that's just the downright truth. Is if you would have been able to get up there and use what he needed to. Okay, another question for you. No! No. Too tough. Would you, in this case, I think does he still have a Spec Ops with that Paratrooper? Would you Spec Ops yourself onto the health pack and just try to, well, he doesn't have a lot of mortars, but he doesn't have a lot of bazookas, but he does know how to jump out. Okay. Wow. Very nice grenade. Very nice grenade. Because like here, if he had let's check his inventory when he goes next. Because now that Sapper doesn't have, yes, Spec Ops. Come on, Louis, Spec Ops it. Come on, Spec Ops! No, Spec Ops on the health, Louis, please. I think I lost my cool there, guys. Because I'd wager if he spec opt on the health, can the TNT hit through those steel walls? They go down together. Truly honorable. Oh, and he still stands upright after it all. That was, I don't know. I was stressed out at that ending. I can't imagine what it was like for them. Oh, wow. Quite another ending to a good game. Amne7ia takes it 3-0 for the win on the exhibition, but we still got 2 matches left, everybody. So, don't drop out just yet. We still got a lot of great gameplay to go. So we'll be right back after another short break. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, and we're back. So looking at it, we're gonna have another interesting set of everybody. So what we got going on here is a story of triplets. Truly, at the end of the day, that's what it is. With Amne7ia, he's got 3 sappers. So he's got Para, Scout, Sapper, 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 and then once we move on over to Louis, you're gonna see where this story of triplets really becomes a theme. Because we've got 3 gunners. We got Gunner, Para, and Grenadier. Man, Louis is not getting the long end of the stick. Isn't that a weird saying? They always say you get the short end of the stick. Never quite understood that, I gotta say. Anyways, aside from the stupid analogies and all that, he's not having too good a luck with my spinny wheel. I think I gotta take some fault on that. I think I think maybe I should find a better spinny wheel if I ever do this again. I tried to write a quick Python script to do it myself, but I can't say that I'm good at coding. I just because you know how to type doesn't mean you can be good at coding. For some reason I couldn't import random. Tell me about your coding woes if you ever had to do such a thing. I mean, I know the people who are working on the Hogs of War remaster definitely have to work on some level of coding, right? But I can't say I really enjoy it. Louis going first here. Even though his gunner's last, he does have some benefit of going first to at least get to it It's good looking air burst. We get 5. Not getting too lucky on the clusters. Much like last match, the buildings really did not help Louis there when it comes to the extra damage with the clusters. Nice. I'm just impressed with the rockets. That's such a long-range rocket. The projectile TNT. All right. Still going for the air bursts. Uh-oh, a little bit of self-damage. Oh, looks like we got a 20 on the cluster for Amnesia Sapper. So that time we got some love with the cluster. Uh-oh. A little bit of time loss. Looks like the original plan was to jump to the other building and get the gunner there too, I wager. Very close, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that gunner got sick. Fortunately, with no medics and no med crates currently on the map, we're gonna start seeing the sickness really take its toll on Louis here, unless he can make a quick change of pace. Get rid of a pig. Full 40. Nice work. How we sitting? Dead piggy. Good. So there we go. Louis done his work. He's gotten them all squared away. One of the sappers is off the field. A little bit of stress for Louis, I wager, coming in from last match, seeing Amnesia have another 3 sappers. And both maps where sappers can be really deadly. Ooh, what a cluster grenade. Phenomenal. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Need some flex seal for that wound. Here we go. Minefield? No? Careful, Louis. The backward swim. Good job, Louis, with that overtime clock. No! Ah, it hurts. I gotta say, though, really good play working him over to the water. Now let's hope something silly doesn't happen. I don't know where Amnesia's sitting relative to the mines over there. He's got the risk of being set right next to one. It'd be really bad for him if he takes one step and immediately gets mined. Nice cluster. Not enough to get the barrel to explode. Ooh, that's a tough swim. Oh, that looks like a desync. Unless it was just simply an accident. I've done such things myself. Yeah! What a launch! Yeah, what a launch! That was great! That was phenomenal. I swear it's much like the shrapnel grenade, right? You gotta put it at the right spot. You gotta explode it at the right time, and you gotta do it right away so that those cluster grenades explode just underneath them. Yeah, that was very well done. That puts Amnesia in a tough spot. He's got two pigs right next to the water. Granted, Louis does have a lot of low health pigs. Damage on both, and he gets rid of the one. It's a solid move. Okay. Yep. There we go. Great play, Louis. Taking advantage of the positioning. I'm surprised he's not dead. Granted, I can't count that fast. Oh, 8 health? Yeah. Yeah, that's so surprising that he's not dead. Wow. It's always tough, right? Because it feels very frustrating when you have to waste. Well, it feels like a waste. It's not a waste, of course. It always feels like a waste when you have to use a full turn to get rid of like an 8 health pig. Is he gonna get there? Yes. Fortunately, Louis stays up high enough on the mountain that he doesn't take the explosive barrel damage. And we're looking interesting. Curious, I'm assuming Louis is concerned about the minefields at the beach there. But I'd be curious to see if he tries to do the flamethrower again. Nope, just put him down. Because why would you waste a flamethrower on a 17 health pig? Seriously, how do you professionals out there keep track of the health, other than just practice, of course? I always feel like in such high stakes, well, I know it's an exhibition match, but even then, it's still some degree of competition and tournament. It feels really hard to keep track of the health of every single pig on the field, you know? Ooh, skipped right over the water. No mines. Louis got pretty lucky there. At this point, I think it just kind of feels like a slugging fest at this point, right? Just kind of whittling down the other pigs bit by bit. Nice airburst. Unfortunately, the slide didn't help him with the clusters again. But Louis is getting his long range game dialed in. He was commenting about how it felt like the Hogs of War universe was trying to get him to practice his long game, and I'd say so. Net play, synchronizing. All right, just got a notice from Louis. His duck station crashed, so looks like he's back in, and we're heading right into the game. Full 40. There's a lot of solid rockets, air bursts today. I don't think we've seen a full mortar, have we? Still kind of looking forward to our first full mortar. You know, feel good. Uh-oh. Louis abandoning his gunner. and hopefully abandoning his pig. I understand now why he backed into the water. He wanted to get himself low enough so that he could avoid the turn skip. Nice. Excellent strategy, I think. I feel like that was a very solid damage run. Though he does have a pig advantage still, but I feel like this gunner is going to be gone now. I don't know about you. Interesting. Okay. I am learning so much today. You probably aren't, but I am. That's a cool strategy. The ability to recognize all the little details really makes this an excellent competitive game. All right, let's see that full 50 I've been waiting for. Nope. Or is he going to try to split the difference and kill his pig? Yes. And a full 50 at the same time. Nice. Great work. These two are fun to watch, I tell you. I had so much fun the first time I watched them, and I'm having a lot of fun now. It's just I feel like they are a great competition for each other. You know, every now and then, it's like a perfect rivalry, right? It can't be forced. It just has to exist on its own. That's pretty close. But what do I know? Louis, Louis could outplay me any day. I'm guessing here because the gunner has such a high health pool still, and he has two pigs. It's not going to be easy for Amne7ia to wipe out a single pig in one turn. So why not go for gold and get rid of the sapper? Just completely remove him from the equation. And I think that has to seal it. I think Louis has this one in the bag. Very unfortunate. We've seen a lot of really bad, not in terms of them, but the buildings stealing damage away from our players here. Just blocking shots that should easily do damage. It just sucks, you know. But it's interesting. I haven't seen that kind of nuance play out in a lot of matches yet. Another full 50. Look at Louis go. These mortars are on point right now. Little bit of body block. I don't wager this will stop. I don't wager this will stop Louis in the slightest. I want to see Louis pull out one last full 50 mortar. I want to see it. No, he's doing the right thing. I didn't know he had a rocket. This is the way to go. And a great win for Louis. What a strong match. Really held it in there. Did a great job managing his managing the skips so he didn't lose the turn. Again, that full 50 plus the skip was very satisfying, very beautiful to see. So here we go. We got three wins to Amne7ia to 1 win with Louis. We'll see what happens in the next match. Maybe we'll get a 3-win versus 2-win. That'd be a nice little balance to end our little exhibition match. So after our short break, we'll get into it. All right, and we're back with our last round of the day, and we're going to be seeing I like this more. There's a little bit more variety in the teams. There's less repeats. We got one repeat on Louis' team, but for Amnesia we got Scout, Sapper, Gunner, Medic, and Scout. Oh, we got a repeat here too. Pardon me. But not as egregious as it was last match. It wasn't a tale of triplets. Instead, it's a tale of twins now. Moving on here shortly. Oh, one thing I should mention, quite late I might add, I did ask Louis about the paratrooper, and it's just hard to get into that box there with the paratrooper. But we got the sapper, scout, medic, scout, and then gunner this time. So 2 scouts on both teams, so balanced there. Sapper on each team, medic on each team, and a gunner on each team, just in different orders. So this one, I think, should be probably the most interesting in terms of our random balancing that we've had. I feel like the other matches have been quite weird. I feel like this should provide us probably the most interesting match. Our players are warmed up. Maybe they're a little bit exhausted, but I'd say being warmed up is probably the most important here. They've got their feel going on. And something tells me it's time to synchronize. All right, everybody. Sorry about that delay. We got ourselves loaded back into net play here, and we're going to get rolling in just a moment. All right. Louis was commenting in our brief interaction, getting ourselves set back up in net play. He's really excited about this spawn. Very, very sad. He was very sad that it crashed on him immediately. So he's really looking forward to this. He was also pleased with having Sapper first, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful throw. Oh! Did he get 2? I think he got 2 shrapnel hits on that. I think that was 30 and 220s I saw floating off of him. Great move there. Looks like he got a body block and an excellent shrapnel grenade right off the bat. Down to the last second, and we got him. Good news is pardon me. The good news is Louis does have a medic on this team, but it doesn't look like it's anywhere near that scout. Likely a rifle dart or a medicine ball will take care of that. Whittling down that medic before it has a chance to play, it looks like. Seems like the main goal for Louis here. Solid jump. Picking up crates. Only 30 this time. No shrapnel hits there. All right. Never mind. I was mistaken. No. Not going for the scout this time to heal up the sickness, but going for the gunner instead. And a little bit of cheeky grenade launcher. Beautiful. That feels textbook to me. That feels textbook to me. Solid damage. Not even a single point of damage wasted. Just perfect. All right, let's see what Amnesia's thinking here. Ooh, let's see it. Beautiful looking mortar. And we got a couple points of water damage, not much. But a 45 mortar, that's not bad. Not in the slightest. No head jump there. Looks like we're just adding some poison, sharing the love. Interesting, not retaliating at the pig next to him, completely ignoring him. Ooh, that's a tough swim. I was gonna say, interesting choice. I'm assuming he was originally planning on lining it up on the left side and having it roll down. Instead opting for just going for a solid 40 damage. Uh-oh. He got around. Louis working hard on the body blocks. Waiting for the blimp to pass. Or do we call it a Zeppelin? I'm out of touch. Not bad. And we got an extra 20 damage on that as well for 46. Ooh. Fully utilizing the sniper rifle to its maximum capabilities here. Alright, looking like we're just getting Louis does enjoy this spot. And he did get an excellent shrapnel off of this earlier. Does he have the range though? No, that's what I was concerned about, because that full bar was perfect for where the orderly was standing earlier, the medic. Interesting choices here. Looks like we're looking at getting rid of the medic completely. Hoping for some water damage. Fall damage plus the water damage. Dead piggy. Very good play from Amnesia there. Sharing the love. Everybody's sick. And there's no more medic. Ah, another air burst. Now, one thing I haven't seen anybody pick up yet in competitive play, but I've only seen it on one map in the campaign, is the super air burst. I'd be excited to see somebody use that in a competitive match, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the super air burst is a little bit better than the airstrike when you're talking about attacking a single pig. All right, if you have like a row of pigs, your airstrike is efficient. Like if you got like 2 pigs clustered together, I feel like a super air burst would just be maybe too much for a competitive match. I mean, everybody's sick. Oh, looks like an overshoot. Overshoot. That's looking decent. Yep. Another good play by Amne7ia. The water damage is efficiently taking out Louis' pigs. Keeping the body block going, keeping them close enough together, trying to keep the explosive damage at bay. This is where I think Louis starts to shine again. Again, I think his scout game is pretty solid. I think he's still got 2 scouts on the board, if I'm not mistaken. The map doesn't really work too great for scouts. It doesn't seem, except if you're looking for long range damage. It's just excited to see how he plays this out. That pig isn't sick. Share the love. I'm guessing that the gunner would be one of the pigs you just let sick himself out, cough himself to death, sneeze himself to death. But it's looking like 4 turns before that'll happen. It's a lot of turns. What would you try to do? Since he's pretty isolated from the other groups, would you try to lower his health just enough so that he dies sooner and you get the turn skip sooner? Because here in this case, would you pull out the pistol and try to shoot him from across the water? You'd risk putting your gunner close to the water, though. That would be a major issue. Nice. Solid mortar. Solid 46 damage. This pig's gonna be dead in 2 turns. Question is, how is Amne7ia gonna mitigate the turn skip? Not getting the jump they wanted. Got the turn skip on Louis. Oh, damage his pig in the process, though. Just enough to have 1 more turn. If Louis' pig can survive this, looking at good opportunities for a couple turn skips here. Granted, I don't think his other scout is sick, so he could box himself up. And I think all of Louis' pigs are, Amne7ia's pigs are sick, right? Would Louis be able to box himself up enough times and hide that he could just whittle down the enemy team's pigs. Get a couple turn skips, get some damage in with the sniper rifle, and then hide, and just hide over and over again. Nice. This is gonna be turn skip 1, yeah? No, I'm very misinformed. I'm so excited to see it. Tough positioning here. Gonna take some time to heal a pig. Great use of the equipment from Amne7ia there. Ooh. But was it for not? I guess it's not a turn skip. But I don't think this pig's gonna survive. Nope. Good flamethrower, Louis. Turn skip. Oh, this is exciting. Because now this pig up here is the problem. We're gonna get one more turn skip after this, if I'm not mistaken. Uh-oh. No! We're not out of the game yet, but that hurts. We lost some damage that round. Quality mortar should do the trick though. Get us back in get us back to where we need to be. Ooh. Oh, get there. It's looking short. We got damage. Oh, and we got stuff from the little cluster. That's not bad. Okay. Strategy talk time. Would you not want to hit yourself with the medicine dart? You're running low enough on health. You can get yourself back up to 80 health. No sickness. The scouts next. Well, not anymore. I guess the next turn would be the turn to use the medicine dart if Louis misses. All Louis needs is one good mortar here, and that's it. All he needs is one good mortar. In fact, I don't even think he needs a mortar, does he? If I'm not mistaken, Amnesia's pig is under 40 health. Ah, we'll have to look at it again. I'm terrible at memorizing these things, as you know. Nope, and he needs a 50. Well, 48, but a good 50. Come on now. Yep, there we go, everybody. Louis pulls it in. Louis pulls it in for one last win. We end our exhibition match with 3 wins to Amne7ia and 2 wins to Louis. Some great plays there in the end. Kept it together, even with the little hiccup with the mine on the water. Still kept it together. Well, overall, I think this was an excellent exhibition match, and I can't wait to see more of these guys, and I hope you do too. So thanks for being here, everybody, and have a great day.